So how do you use a Google Hangout to build your MLM team? Hi guys, Chef Katrina here, and in this series that we've created, this is day 2, we're talking about Google Hangouts, Google Plus more specifically, and really how to use Google Plus to build your MLM. A lot of people have kind of glossed this over with, but guys, I'm here to tell you, using Google Plus is really a key ingredient and I think much more effective way to build your MLM than any other of the social platforms out there. I'm going to show you guys why in just a moment here. So we're going to dig into the Google Plus Hangouts. I'm going to actually put the plus in here real quick so you guys know this is all about Google Plus to build your MLMs. Yesterday we talked about the Google Plus communities and how invaluable it is to have a Google Plus community, not only for your team, but for those that are joining your team and the downline that you're creating. You can also invite your upline into this, which I highly recommend you do. So if you guys want training on that one, if you're on my blog, you'll see that it is connected to this one. We kind of go over that real quick so you can check that out. But today is all about the Google Hangouts, so let's not waste any more time. Let's dig right in. So when you get to Google Plus, you're going to see something that looks just like this. This would be your plus.google.com. That's where you're going to go here. You're going to go down to where it says Hangouts. Now, this is a really important piece here, guys, because your Hangout that you're going to want to create for the purpose of creating training videos, for the purpose of sharing information with your team, because how many times have you repeated yourself over and over again, maybe in demoing out the compensation plan or talking about how to access your back office or where do you find certain tools? All that can actually be done through your Hangouts, and you guys can then store this information inside your Google Plus communities, which is really, really cool. So when you get into the Hangouts, you're going to notice that right here, it says start a Hangout on air. So it's really important that if you want to record a Hangout, you use the start a Hangout on air. So it's real simple to just click on it. It's going to give you a couple of options. It's going to say, hey, what do you want to do? You're going to give it a name. So whatever you want to name it, whatever company you're with, your company MLM training, insight, whatever it is that you want to share with your team inside your Google community, right? So you can do a little information about the call that you're going to have, the trainings you're going to have, what it's going to be about, what you're going to be focusing on, because as we all know, your MLM is going to have certain components to it. Like maybe they need to review the back office. Maybe they need to see some specific training on a product that you have. Maybe they need to see some specific training on the compensation plan. Maybe they need to see some training on how to share stories, how to connect with your upline. All these things you can actually do through the Google Hangouts on air. So you can either do it now or you can schedule it for later. So you have the ability to schedule out, I think it's 1 or 2 months in advance. So you get this all set up. I wouldn't go out too far, honestly, because it does slot them in order of which you create them. So if you create it today, even 3 months from now, this is gonna fall in under that day inside of your YouTube. So this all gets uploaded to YouTube right away, which is really cool. So there's no need to sit here and have to format it or edit or anything like that. That's a really key component here. So you can set the time that you want. You can say how long this training is going to be. Is it going to be 30 minutes, an hour, 90 minutes, however long you want it to be. Typically, I keep a training somewhere between 30 to an hour long, 30 minutes to an hour long. You can also set the time zone that it's going to be taking place in. So if you have, want it to for people to know that. And then this is where it gets really cool. Typically, this will say it'll be public. Now we want it just for our audience. So if, like guys, I did my community yesterday, I would just say this is my community. Right, let me show you guys. See this little icon that pops up? It's got the 3 little dots. This tells me that this is actually accessing my community. So that's where that is actually going. So you'll see that I have different circles on here, which we'll go into in another training. And then we also have the community. So you can just specifically target your community. So the community that's mine, so my company. And then I would just hit share. And then all of the members inside my community are going to be notified about this training. They're going to get it via email through their Google account. And they're also going to get notified if they're on Google Plus that there's an event that's now taking place for them. So this is real easy to set up, and it just allows you to have a lot of different training out there. So once you do this, I'm actually going to go ahead and hit share my, I'm going to freak out my my group real quick. But so that's completed. You'll have something that looks just like this. It says your company training. And then it'll have your ability to share the links if you want, but this is a private event. It says so right here. You can see the YouTube page. You can also embed this video onto your personal blog if you so like. And then you can also see who's on here and what they're looking at. And you see the community is Team on Fire. So that's in there. And then when you're ready to kickstart your training, all you're going to do is come into the event page as the administrator on there, and you're going to click Start. And then it'll pop up on here as your live training. So once you get in the live training on here, you can invite guests into it. You don't have to. Or you can skip it. You can require people to be 18 years or older to join. And then right now you are basically inside your Google Hangout. Those inside your community will now be able to see you live. They'll be able to hear you. And they'll be able to see exactly what you're teaching and training on. So that is really, really a powerful tool behind here. A couple of the things but in here about this is that you'll have the chat group. For those, this is only available if those that are inside of this event with you. Then you also have the share screen. So if you want to share your screen and you want to share some training on the back office of your account or the or pages or whatever, you just click on it. I always say click on, just go with entire screen. It really is the best option. Click share, and then your viewers will actually be able to see your screen, which is really cool. So if I hit share right now, it'll actually show multiple, I call it the psychedelic screen, which is exactly what it's supposed to do. So if I click off of here, it'll show my screen to my, see as I shrink my screen down, you'll see that all this starts to show up for them also. So that's one of the ways in which you guys can do this. And then all you do is you'll see down here it says Google Hangout stop sharing screen. You can stop sharing your screen, come back into your Hangout, and then you can start seeing you live again. So that's one of the really simple basic tools. To start the Hangout, you're going to hit the Start Broadcast button that's right down here. Just hitting that will actually activate this. You'll see this go from off air to live. It turns into a little yellow button. So you'll have access to that. So this is a simple, easy way to get access to this and really see what it is to use Google Hangouts. Once you're done, just hit the button down here. It'll say End Broadcast, and you're done. The training then gets moved into your Google Plus or into your YouTube channel, and it will also show up inside your community as training that you've put together. So using this is a really great tool for engaging your downline, just doing teaching and training. You have the opportunity to make these public or private, what you can do inside your YouTube channel. But this is just a great way to engage, keep on top of, teach and train your team, whether they're local or international. This is probably one of the best tools I've come across for helping build my network marketing team. So I hope you guys found this valuable. If you did, please leave a comment down below. Let me know what you liked about this. If you guys have further questions about this, go ahead and just leave a comment and ask those questions. Otherwise, visit me and my blog at www.thechefkatrina.com for more training on Google Plus and how to use this little platform to build your network marketing company. Hope you guys are having a great day, and we'll see you soon.